Hello and welcome to today's math lesson. So first of all, guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps, and close our eyes. And when you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Excellent. And next we'll do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chair. And we can begin by stretching up high to the sky. High as we can. And then we can go down low, touch our toes. And next, let's go back up high. Stretch right up high. And this time, can we go tippy-toe high? And when we're there, let's have a wave. Side to side. And then back down to touch our toes once more. Excellent, guys. And now hands on hips. And we can have a wiggle side to side. Wiggle side to side. Left and right. Stop. And then wiggle again, side to side. Wiggle again, side to side. Stop. Forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, and stop. And now we'll go round and round. Give our spines a nice stretch, going round and round. And stop. And then back the other way. Round and round. Round and round. And stop. And to finish, guys, we will do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So who can tell me what it was we learned about in our previous math lesson? Ordering numbers. Excellent, guys. Well remembered. We learned how to put numbers in a particular sequence or order. So let's write that phrase on the board first. Ordering, O-R-D-E-R-I-N-G. Ordering numbers. U-M-B-E-R-S. Excellent, guys. Now, there was two different ways that we learned how to put our numbers into order. If I am to draw an arrow like this, guys, does anybody remember what order? Perfect. When we talk about numbers that are going up in size, rising, we call ascending. A-S-C-E-N-D-I-N-G. Ascending numbers. And the opposite of ascending, going up, is coming down. What do we call numbers going down?
Descending number.
Perfect, guys. So coming down, descending. D-E-S-C-E-N-D-I-N-G. So when we talk about ordering numbers in sequences going up, we're saying ascending numbers. And when we're talking about putting numbers in order going down, that is descending numbers. Excellent. And what we're going to do now is a brief recap exercise for our students to demonstrate their understanding of putting numbers into order. But first of all, guys, let's close our eyes. And I will write 5 different numbers on the board. Okay, so what I've done now is I have written 5 numbers on the board. All of the numbers are different, and I would like to invite student Prel to come forward. And what we're going to ask Prel to do is to write these numbers in the correct order, ascending. So this means starting with the smallest and going biggest each time. So what's our smallest number, guys? 25. Excellent. And then our next smallest number, 70. 603. And then 610. That's perfect. You see, what we've got the same 5 numbers, but all we've done is we've put them into order of ascending value. So together, guys, 25, 28, 70, 603, 610. You can see the number is getting bigger each time, and this is what we call ascending order. Prel, that was excellent. High five and a big round of applause for Prel, please, guys. And we're going to do one more demonstration, but this time we're not going to ask our students to sort them into ascending order. We're going to go down, and we're going to ask our students to do descending order. So let's close our eyes, guys. Okay, so this time we're asking our students to demonstrate how to put numbers into order of descending value. And for this exercise, Pangpon is going to come forward and show us. So guys, when we're starting with descending, we need to start with the biggest number. So what's our biggest number we can see? Excellent.
1006.
And I forgot to put the comma. So yes. 1006.
1006.
and 6. Perfect. So now we go to our next biggest number. 904. And then after 904.
28.
And finally, 12. Bang on, that's excellent. You see, once again, the same 5 numbers. It's always the same numbers. All we're doing is we're putting them into order. And this time, descending, starting from the biggest, which is 1006.
904. 72. 28.
And 12. So you see this time the number gets smaller every time. And this is what we call descending order. Bang Pon, that was excellent. High five and a big round of applause for Bang Pon, please, guys. And what we're going to do now is we're going to move on. We're not going to be putting numbers into order, but we're going to be looking at different types of numbers, and we're going to be doing something called estimation. Now, does anybody know what estimation means? Estimation is when we look at a number and we have to take an educated guess as to what it is in a rounded off size. For example, I'll do a demonstration. Somebody give me a number. 2, 7, 8, 6. Okay, what number do we have on the board now? 2,786. But what we want to do an estimation. If we had to round off the number to the nearest 1,000, how could we just round this number off to 1,000, guys? 2, 3,000. Excellent. Because we can see here that 786 is closer to 3 than it is to 2. So if we want to do an estimation of 2,786, we will round it off to 3,000. And this is what we call an estimation, or another word we might use, approximation, or approximately. And what we've got now is a PowerPoint demonstration for our students to understand a little bit more about estimation and how we can do estimation of large numbers. So let's turn to look at the TV screen, guys. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation about estimation. Lesson 1. Estimation means to take an educated guess of the size of something. Yes. What we're going to be doing today is taking estimated guesses at numbers. The area of Thailand is 513,155 square kilometers. Now there's a lot of numbers there and a lot of digits. So sometimes, to be convenient, what we want to do is give an estimation of the number to the nearest 1,000, because it's more convenient just to say 513,000 as opposed to hundreds, tens, ones. So let's find out how to do it, guys. How do we round off 513,115 to the nearest 1,000? There's a way we look at it each time and what we have to do. First, we look at the digit to the right of the thousands place. And what do we have to the right of the thousands, guys? The hundreds, yes. If we want to round off to the nearest thousand, we have to go to the next smallest column. So look to the right, which is the hundreds. The digit in the hundreds place is 1. 1 is less than 5. Now this is important to remember, 5. If the number in the hundreds column was 5 or above, we round up, okay? We round up. But if the number is 4, 3, 2, or 1, we round down. So what number is in the hundreds place now, guys?
1.
Is 1 less than 5?
Yes.
So we round down, okay? Therefore, we round off 513,115 to 513,000. Yes, because the 1 in the hundreds is less than 5, we just go down to the nearest thousand, which we already have. 513,000. And you see this size here, or this symbol? Looks a little bit like an equal symbol. But what do you notice? Yes, and you notice it's a little bit curvy. An equal sign is straight. But the estimation sign is a little bit curvy. That's how we tell them apart. So don't think here, don't make the mistake of thinking 513,115 equals. This isn't equals. This is estimation, or, ready guys, approximately. By rounding up or rounding down, we can get our approximation. So we say 513,115 is approximately 513,000 to the nearest thousand. Let's do one more exercise. The area of Chiang Rai is 60,850 square kilometers. Okay, so you can see here Chiang Rai, and here is near where we are. This is Wiang Chiang Rung, and our school will be about here, Ba Sang, but it doesn't say Ba Sang. It just says Wiang Chiang Rung. How do we round off 60,850 to the nearest thousand? Okay, now let's do the same calculation we did before. First, we look at the digit to the right of the thousands place, which is the hundreds. Now this time, how many hundreds do we have? 8, or 800, yes. The digit in the hundreds place is 8. Is 8 more than 5? Yes. 8 is more than 5. So this time, we don't round down, we round up. Okay? If our number is 5 or above, we go higher. So this time, therefore, we round off 60,850 to 61,000. So you see, this time we go up. Does anybody have an idea? Why do we go up instead of down? Yes, and 850 is closer to 61,000 than it is to 60,000. We go to the nearest thousand. So that's what I mean. 5 is like the halfway point. So if we have 5 or above, go to the nearest, the highest. If we have 4 or below, go to the nearest, the lowest. So we can say 60,850 is approximately 61,000 to the nearest thousand. You see, guys, we always go to the nearest number, in this case, the thousands. The sign above shows that the number on the right is an approximation. Yes, make sure you can tell the equal symbol and the approximation symbol apart. The approximation is wavy. Any questions, guys? No. Okay, that was brilliant. Well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation about estimation and how we can make numbers estimated to approximately the nearest thousand. The important point to remember is that when we're looking for the nearest thousand, we have to focus on the hundreds column. And if the digit in the hundreds column is 5 or above, we round up to the nearest thousand. But if the number in the hundreds column is 4 or below, we round down to the nearest thousands column. And we're going to be doing some practice soon on the board. But before then, we've got our stretch sequence. So let's stand up, guys, push in our chairs. And we can begin this one with some rotations. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Excellent, guys. Now we'll start walking on the spot. Stop. Walking on the spot again. Jogging on the spot. Stop. Turn left. Turn left again. Turn left. And left. Hello. Jogging on the spot. Quickly. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Jogging on the stop. Dip. Turn right. Turn right again. Turn right. And right. Hello. And to finish, we're going to do 5 star jumps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So now we're going to do a board exercise for our students to learn and demonstrate how we can estimate or approximate numbers to the nearest thousand. So let's write that number on the board first, guys. Estimation. How do we spell? E-S-T-I-M-A-T-I-O-N. Estimation. And in this lesson, we're learning how to estimate to the nearest thousand. You'll hear the words estimation and approximately or approximation. In this lesson, they mean more or less the same thing. So what we need to do first is we need to write some numbers on the board. So first of all, we will write, who can give me some numbers? Down, give me a number. 7. Pakboon, can I have a number, please? 3. Net, can I have a number, please? Any number? 7, okay. Pat, can I have one more number? 9. And finally, Chu, can you give me a number, please? Any number? 9 again. Okay. So there we have a 5-digit number on the board, guys. What number do we have? 73,799. Now, I'd like my students to close their eyes, because when one of them wakes up, they're going to have a pen on their desk, and that student has to approximate or estimate this number to the nearest thousand. So let's see who can do it first. Okay, so let's wake up, guys. Who has the pen? Lakgao. Lakgao has the pen. So Lakgao is going to demonstrate. So guys, if we're looking to approximate to the nearest thousand, what number column do we need to look and focus on? Remember to the right? What column is it? If this is the thousands, thinking about place value, what column is this? Yes, but what column? Hundreds. Remember your place value. If we need to approximate to the nearest thousand, we need to focus on this column, the hundreds. So, Lakgao, what do we do? What do we have to check? What do we check if this number is bigger or smaller than? Remember, we have to check if 7 is bigger than 5 or not. Is 7 higher than 5? Yes. So do we round up or do we round down? Round up. Excellent. Remember, 5. If it's higher than 5, such as 7, we round up. If the number is 4 or lower, we round down. So Lakgao, can you now write this number to the nearest thousand, please? So we'll have 7, because that's the 10,000s. And then, what's the next number? We round up. So we don't say 73, we say 74. That's excellent. You see, 73,799 to the nearest thousand is 74,000. But one thing's missing. What do we need to write? Remember the symbol that looks like equals, but it's a little bit curvy. Can you write the estimation sign for me, Lakgao? Perfect. And one more. Excellent. There you go. So now we know that this is an approximation of this number. Lakgao, that was excellent. High five and a big round of applause for Lakgao, guys. Okay, so now let's do another one. So let's close our eyes, guys, and I'll write another number on the board. Okay, so now we've got our next number on the board, and we've got our next student to help us. Net, come and join me at the front. Can you stand here for me, please, Net? Excellent. So first of all, guys, can you tell me what number I've written on the board?
1,399.
So what we're going to do, or what Net's going to do for us, is write an approximation of this number to the nearest 1,000. So what column do we need to focus on, guys? Which is the which column? Place value? Hundreds. Okay. Now net. Is 3 more than 5 or less than 5?
Less than 5.
3 is less than 5. Remember, in this column, we have to check for the number 5. And we know that 3 is below 5. So do we round up or do we round down? We round down. So net, can you now write this number to the nearest thousands? So we round down 1, comma, 0, 0, 0. You see, we've approximated this number to the nearest 1,000. And 399 is nearer 1,000 than 2,000. So altogether, guys, 1,399 is approximately 1,000 to the nearest 1,000. Net, that was brilliant. High five. Big round of applause for Net, please, guys. So teachers, you can see the exercise that we're doing in our classroom now. You can pause the video and do the same exercise with your students for around 10 minutes or so. And remember to use a different student each time and have the class practice the answers together. And we're going to carry on playing here. But first of all, we need more numbers. Okay, we've now got our next number on the board and we've got our next student to come help us. Nadia, come and join me at the front and stand here, please. Okay, guys, so can somebody tell me what number I've written on the board?
28,546.
Okay, so what we want Nadia to do is to demonstrate how to approximate this number to the nearest thousands. So remember, if we're looking to the nearest thousands, we always have to look at the column to the right, the hundreds column. So Nadia, how many hundreds do we have? 5. So what do we do with 5, guys? If it's 5, do we round up or do we round down? Yes, we round up. If the number is 5, we round up. If the number is 4 or below, we round down. So, Nadia, can you now write this number approximately to the nearest 1,000? Remembering that we round up to 9. Excellent, yes, because we're going up, comma, 0, 0. Excellent. Because 546 is closer to 29,000 than 28,000. We can say 28,546 is approximately 29,000 to the nearest 1,000. Nadia, that was brilliant. High five and a big round of applause for Nadia, guys. Okay, so now we'll do one more, okay? So let's see who can do the final one for me. We've got our number on the board. Now we need a student. Okay, so now Pat has the pen on his desk. Pat, come and join me at the front, please. And you can demonstrate for us. So Pat will stand here. So what number have I written on the board, guys?
1,297.
Now, I would like Pat and everybody to help approximate this number to the nearest thousands. So this is our thousands column here, guys. What column do we need? Yeah. What column do we need to focus on? The one to the right, the hundreds. Well done, Prel. So how many hundreds do we have? 2. Is 2 less than 5 or more than 5?
Less than 5.
So do we round down or do we round up?
Round down.
We round down. So Pat, can you write 1,297 to approximately the nearest thousand?
1,
That's correct. 1, comma.
0, 0, 0.
Perfect, guys. Well done. Because 2 is closer to 0 than it is to 10, it's less than 5. We can say 1,297 is approximately, well done, long word, approximately 1,000 to the nearest thousand. Very good. Pat, that was brilliant. High five and a big round of applause for Pat, guys. A round of applause for everyone for doing a great job. That was well done, guys. And now it's time for our worksheet part of the lesson. And what you'll need to do, teachers, is give each student in your class a worksheet of their own. And as you can see, on the worksheet in the left-hand column is a series of numbers. And what we're asking our students to do for this lesson is to look at the numbers in the left-hand column and then write the number approximately to the nearest thousand in the right-hand column. For this lesson, we're only concentrating on to the nearest thousand. So you can see an example of what we need to do here, guys. Look at the hundreds column. If it's 5 or more, round up. If it's 4 or less, we round down. But what's the first thing we need to do? Write our names on top. And give our students around 10 minutes for this activity and just monitor the class and help them with anything they need. So Chu, this one's for you. You're welcome. Pat, for you. Nadia, for you. Net, here's yours.
Thank you.
Down, this one's for you. You're welcome. Pakbong, for you. Bangbon, for you. And Laka. So guys, names on top, and then look at approximately the nearest thousands. So that means looking at the hundreds column. So let's see, Nadia, what number do we have here? 697. So the hundreds column here is this one. How many hundreds? 6. Is 6 more than 5? Yes. So do we round up? So we can say 5,000. If it's 5 or more, guys, in the hundreds column, round up to the next thousand. If it's 4 or less in the hundreds column, round it down to the thousands that's there already. And if you need any help, let me know. So what we're looking for is the hundreds. Always the third from the right. 8. So is 8 more than 5, Pat? Yes, so we can round up. Excellent, guys. Good to see you understand very well. Excellent, Hugh. Excellent, guys. So you can see what we're doing to the nearest 1,000. So this. On this one part, we have 8 in the hundreds, so is 8 more than 5? So we can round up to, don't round down 4,000, rounds up 5,000. To the nearest 1,000. The nearest 1,000. Not 44. Is 8 more than 5? Round up. 35,000. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet activity where they had to look at each of the numbers and then focus on the hundreds column. And that way they could determine whether they had to approximate to the nearest 1,000 by rounding up or rounding down. And my students here have all done a great job. So well done, guys. That was very good. And that's all we've got time for this lesson. So we hope you've enjoyed it and have learned a little bit more about estimation of numbers and what it means to write the approximate value of a number to the nearest 1,000. And we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So can we turn to wave and say goodbye, guys? Goodbye. Bye-bye. See you again soon.